Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Children, we were discussing the chapter Prophet Musa part 3rd, in which we have read that how Musa alayhi salam reached Madian and where he helped two maidens, and the father of those girls was so happy and pleased with Musa alayhi salam that he offered shelter and food to Musa alayhi salam and invited him to live with him and became a firm friend of Musa alayhi salam. Now let us see the chapter further. The marriage of Musa alayhi salam. One of the two daughters said to her father, "Why not employ him to tend our flocks? He is strong and worthy of trust." The father was a wise and kindly man. He needed someone to look after his household. He therefore agreed to keep Musa, so Musa decided to stay with them. Time passed, and now what happened? The daughters had seen how Musa alayhi salam had helped him, how strong he was, and how he was able to get water easily when Musa alayhi salam was there. So they asked their father to employ Musa alayhi salam for their household work. And the old man was a very wise man. He agreed and kept Musa alayhi salam. Then now see what happened. Time passed, and one day the father said to Musa, "I intend to wed one of my daughters to you, but you should be prepared to remain in my service for 8 years, and if you should complete 10 years, then that will be your grace. I of course do not want to put you under any hardships." So the father had noticed that how dutiful Musa alayhi salam was and how reliable he was. So he gave a proposal to Musa alayhi salam that he can wish any of his daughters, of the two daughters, but the condition was that Musa alayhi salam has to live with the old man for 8 years after marriage, and if he want he can complete 10 years, but that was his will. The old man offered only 8 years and said that I don't want you put you under any hardship. If you want, you can stay for 10 years. On the contrary, what happened? On the contrary, you will find me if Allah will fair in my dealing. And the wise old man gave his daughter to Musa in marriage. And Musa alayhi salam agreed to the proposal, and the old man married his daughter to Musa alayhi salam. When Musa fulfilled his promise, he made for a long journey back to Egypt across the desert. When Musa alayhi salam completed the time period decided by the old man, he decided to come back to Egypt, to his native country where he was living. They said a loving farewell, and Musa set out with his family. Musa alayhi salam chose to be a prophet. On his way, night fell, and it grew quite dark and cold. Musa did not know where to go, but suddenly he caught sight of a fire in the direction of Mount Sinai. He told his people, "Wait here, I see a fire. I hope in bring you from there some tidings, for at least a burning brand to warm yourself." Now what happened? When they were coming back to Egypt, on the way it happened, night occurs, and then it was quite dark and cold, but there they saw a sight of fire, some light they saw. When Musa alayhi salam saw some light on the holy Mount Sinai, he told his family members to wait for him there, and he will go to near that light and bring some fire so that they can keep themselves warm for the night. Musa made his way to the fire, but when he was close enough, a voice called, "I am your sustainer. Put your sandals off your feet, for the place on which you are standing is blessed ground." But what happened? When Musa alayhi salam reached to the fire, there was a very loud voice that was calling Musa alayhi salam, and what did the voice said? That I am your sustainer, means I am Allah, your only God, and put off your shoes because you are standing on a very holy and blessed ground. Musa obeyed and took off his shoes as a mark of respect. Allah had spoken to Musa alayhi salam, and he was chosen to be a prophet. The voice called out again, I alone am Allah. There is no God except me. Offer salah perfectly so as to remember me. Now what happened? Musa alayhi salam obeyed the commands of the voice and put off his shoes. Then Allah informed Musa alayhi salam that he has chosen him as his prophet, as his messenger, and said that I am alone to be worshipped in this land, in this world. There is no God except me, and asked him to offer salah perfectly to remember him. Musa alayhi salam heard in rapt attention. Musa alayhi salam was very attentive when he was listening to the commands of Allah. Once more the voice spoke from the bush. What is that in your hand, O Musa? Then the voice asked him that what is in your hand, right hand, Musa. Then Musa alayhi salam used to keep a stick with him. So what did Musa alayhi salam write? A staff, answered Musa, and he began to describe its various uses which he put it in his daily life. Then what did Musa alayhi salam answer? That he is carrying a staff, and he told Allah the uses of the staff which he has in his daily life. O Musa, cast it on the ground. Musa did so, and it turned into a living snake moving rapidly, from which he withdrew in fright. Then what did the voice ordered Musa alayhi salam? That put your stick and throw your stick on the ground. And as soon as Musa alayhi salam threw his stick on the ground, it converted into a snake. And Musa alayhi salam became frightful of that sight and moved a little back. Then what did the voice say to Musa? Reach out your hand and grab hold of it. Then the voice again commanded Musa alayhi salam to hold the snake bag or hold that stick bag. Musa alayhi salam obeyed the order, and it became once more a staff in his hand. And as soon as Musa alayhi salam hold that snake, it again converted into a stick or the staff. The voice called, put your hand inside your bosom. Musa obeyed the command, and when he took his hand out, it was shining white without any blemish. Then again the voice ordered Musa alayhi salam to put his hand inside his chest. And when Musa alayhi salam obeyed the command of the voice and put his hand on his chest and took it out, then he saw that his hand was shining without, like a moon, or you can say a very glowing. His hand was glowing without any marks. Now Allah commanded Musa to go with this clear sign to Pharaoh and his great ones. Musa hesitated. He said, O my Lord, I have slain one of them, and I fear they might slay me, and I am slow of speech. However, my brother Harun can speak well. Send him with me as a helper. Allah granted him this at once, and he promised Musa that he would be secure in this world and hereafter. Now what did Allah commanded Musa alayhi salam? That to take all these signs and all these amazing signs with you, your stick and your hand, and go to the Pharaoh and talk to him and ask him that he should also obey the commands of Allah. Then Musa alayhi salam was hesitant in doing so because he had killed a man in Egypt, and the Pharaoh wanted him to be punished. So he told Allah that he had killed a man there, and the king will kill him. And he also told Allah that his voice is not clear, he is slow of speech. So please grant him his brother Harun as his helper, as Harun alayhi salam can speak well. Allah granted him and also promised him that he will be secure in this world and hereafter. Now, by the commands of Allah, Musa alayhi salam along with his brother went to the Pharaoh. Now see what happened. Allah then commanded Musa to go to the Pharaoh and his chief and speak to them in mild manner so that they may realize the truth. The Pharaoh was thinking that he was God himself, na? So Allah told Musa alayhi salam to go to the Pharaoh and tell him that who is the God, who is the creator of the earth and the heavens, and whom the Pharaoh should also worship. Musa alayhi salam told Harun what had happened and of the mighty task that lay ahead of them. Musa spoke confidently as he knew well that they were under the protection of Allah. Hence, steadfastly, Musa and his brother Harun set their faces towards Egypt to obey the commands of Allah. Now what happened? Musa alayhi salam informed his brother Harun that Allah has given them a task to talk to the Pharaoh and tell him about the right path, and they were confident that they can do so because Allah had promised them to protect, and both Musa alayhi salam and his brother Harun were ready to go to Egypt to obey Allah's command. So this is all for the chapter, and in the next period we shall discuss the question answers and exercises of this chapter. Okay, children?